اهلا وسهلا فيكم الى جنشن امباكت. في الحلقه الماضيه اول دخلتنا على سوميرو، وبهي الحلقه رايحين نكمل. انا فاتح التمثال من قبل. هلا رايح اسافر على التمثال. بفترض انه القصه راح تتابع بمجرد ما انا اسافر هون. مجرد ما اوصل على التمثال راح تكمل القصه لحالها بشكل اوتوماتيكي، لانه اللعبه كانت عم تنتظرني حتى اصعد على التمثال، بس انا فاتح التمثال من قبل، فلذلك يعني انا قررت استنى لحتى هي اللحظه لحتى اوصل على التمثال. فوين التمثال؟ هذا هو التمثال بالضبط. هلا القصه لحالها لازم تشتغل.
The deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small.
مظبوط، هذا الكيان اللي قاعد هون كيان صغير. هذا كرسي أو شيء مثل ورقة شجر، وهو قاعد هون. هذا المخلوق قاعد هون فوق، معناته هذا أصغر من غيره. هذا الأركون. لا، اللورد الأدنى كوسانالي. هذا الأدنى يعني الأصغر، هذا الأصغر بالضبط لأنه صغير. اوكي مكسر هذا التمثال، شكله قديم أكثر من غيره. ما بعرف إذا أنا عم بتوهم. تكون يعني أنزل؟ أوكي كما تريدون. بس وينهم؟ هاي كولي تحت. اوكي مرحبا يا كولي، لقد نظفت التمثال. هي هون شفتها. اوكي طعميني. هاي بتحب الاكل. بايمون ضبي حالك شوي.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops.
وين الأكل؟
No, you dropped it on the ground. Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, Paimon nearly had a heart attack.
تستمتع الطعام مع كولي. طيب استمتعنا بالطعام.
You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted. You really know how to compliment this.
هي شكلها طباخة.
Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
أعطينا
I'll
إياها.
even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time. Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too. Oh. I guess it happens from time to time. So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He wouldn't touch anything without his permission.
شديد معه كتير هذاك.
All the time flying around the traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments. No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature, but Master is actually very kind at heart.
Okay.
By the way, you've heard of the Academia, right?
لا.
Well, there's a group called
ما سمعت بالأكاديمية.
something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy.
مدينة سوميرو. مدينة سوميرو. لازم أروح على مدينة سوميرو.
Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In
اوكي
fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets. Really? Paimon would have never guessed that.
لازم نتعلم منه معناتها.
Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
اوكي
Oh, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is he going to die?" It probably started
بايمون كانت خايفة على الترافلر.
for a while. Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
تبا بايمون معناتها كويسة،
Hey!
بس أنا لساتني شاكك فيها لسبب ما.
That's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
فرجيني غضبك لأشوف.
No! Don't touch me!
إيش سوت له؟ إيش سوت له؟ كولي ما الخطب.
Sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you. No, I just... I didn't mean that. Kale, are you okay? What's the matter? No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
في شي.
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now too.
اوكي خلينا نشوف تغناري. إيش قصته؟ عندي فضول.
What's up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
خافت من شي، ما بتحب حدا يلمسها لسبب ما. كان في هون وينها؟ ما بعرف وينها. هذيك هي، هذيك هي فوق. شلون بدي اجيبها؟ اذا ضغطت على حرف التي. جبتها. حلو. اوكي هون تحت لازم اروح، صح؟ مين انتي؟
Traveler,
نسرين.
returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
ليش؟
Okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
راحت على غرفتها تبكي يعني؟ ايش القصة؟ استنى حتى 8 صباحا. انا بنتظر حتى 8 صباحا. كل هالوقت كل هالشي يعني خلى كولي تغضب؟ ايش القصة؟ الظاهر في لها قصة قديمة من تاريخ كولي، خلاها تتذكر شغلة لما لمستها بايمون أو شي، ما بتحب حدا يلمسها، يمكن هذا السبب. أوكي كولي.
I was thinking all night about what happened with Kale and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
أوكي شلونك معلم؟ أنا بدي أحكي معك من زمان.
It's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
وأنا بدي إياك.
Tainari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
إيش بقى؟ تبا.
Is she sick? How could she be? Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
أوكي.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
احكي لي إيش القصة بالضبط.
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
طيب بس احكي لي يعني بدي أفهم. وين راح؟ أول شي خليني أفوت جوا. شو الوضع جوا؟ كولي عن جد نايمة، فيني أحكي معها؟
Kale's asleep. Let's come back once she's...
اوكي بنروح خلاص. تفاجأت انه قدرت احكي معها. تقناري وينك؟ هون.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
كرمال الله احكي
I
لي.
hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
اوكي
So
منيح.
just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you
عندها
treated
ماضي؟
her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
اوكي.
Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
اوكي مريضة.
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
طيب.
First, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
اوكي.
Sounds terrifying.
يعني هو عبارة عن شلل، يعني بيفقدوا القدرة على التحكم بكل جسمهم.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
لما وقعت منها قطعة الخبز.
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
لذلك امبارح بالحلقة الماضية قال لها فرجيني ايدك. هل هناك دواء لهذا
With appropriate
المرض؟
treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless,
طيب.
Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied
Fatui.
and said they had a cure.
فتوي.
The Fatui?
تبا.
It appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway,
ايش بدك تشرح لي؟ انتوا عم تشتغلوا مع الفتوي.
rescued Kale and brought her to me for care, said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor
مين
managed
هذا
to
ذا
do it.
دكتور؟
Her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
ليكون هذا
However, Kale's
السكراموش؟
days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a
أنا
resilient
هلا
individual and always tries
هلا
to
ما
appear
بعرف واحد
cheerful.
غير
Her
سكراموش، معناتها هو ذا
experience with
دكتور.
the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
اوكي.
Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
كيف هي الآن؟
It's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so her stamina has gotten much worse recently.
عم
Though a
بتسوق
moderate amount
حالتها.
of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the
هذا
long
عنصر
distance
دندرو.
patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
استنى، بروح معك مشان نصنع الدواء.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
طيب طيب
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey,
طيب
Tainari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
وين رحت حبيبي؟ تبا بعيد بعيد شوي. منيح أنا فاتح المنطقة.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Soomeru have names that are contrary to their species.
أوكي.
Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Soomeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
أوكي.
Somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered.
طيب أنا أكيد راح أجمع الأربعة وهو ما راح يجمع ولا شيء. قواعد الألعاب يعني. أوكي هدول هن الأربعة اللي أنا شفتهم هون. هاي لوت اسمه صح؟ 2 3. والله في كمان راح أجمع كمان.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilot Pala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
وينه؟ تعال حبيبي جمعت زيادة كمان مشان أنا أخذ الزيادة يضلوا عندي.
The lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look.
تفضل.
Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey,
Okay.
Tainari!
وين الخطر تبع الغابة؟ أنا ما شفت شي خطر أبدا. صار لك ساعة بتقول لي في خطر.
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
طيب. مرحبا أمير وصديقه أو صديقته. ما هي قصتكم؟
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
أوكي.
I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Ganara.
لا أنا بدي أروح معك.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Soomeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Soomeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If
Okay.
you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
أنا ما عندي فيجن بس بقدر.
Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a
أنا
time.
بقدر أتحكم بالعناصر على
That's right.
فكرة.
If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
أستطيع تحكم بالعناصر
You
حبيبي.
don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry.
ما عندي
She may
vision.
not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, all right. You two may accompany me.
رأسا ثقة بكلامي؟ رأسا صدقتني؟ بلكي أنا كذاب. أوكي.
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
طيب وين بدك يعني أروح بأي اتجاه؟ بهذا الاتجاه تقريبا. أعطيني هاي الوردة، شكلها راح تلزمني في وقت ما. وهاي زهرة سوميرو. اوكي فرجيني هذا الويذرينج العجيب.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Where? Oh,
ما في شيء.
look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering.
اوكي
Traveler, we're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
طيب فهمت عليك، لازم نبحث على شيء اسمه الورم.
Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death.
اوكي معناتها جوا المنطقة انا بخسر هيلث الظاهر، فلازم اطلع برا المنطقة حتى استعيد الهيلث تبعي. راح يضربني بطريقة ما.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
شو هاي؟ بس في هون مخلوقات. كولكت الدندرو عبيقول لي هاد يعني هيك. شو بعدين؟
Lightning flash! Steady as stone.
Mind the side effects.
Let's dance. Come on, we can do it.
ما بعرف شو عم بعمل، بس في شي غلط هون. في شي غلط لأنه في عداد طلع تحت فوق الهيلث تبعي، في عداد غريب طلع. طيب رح ارجع اخذ هاد. وهاد شو اعمل فيهم هلا بعد ما اخذتهم؟
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
طيب لازم اهاجمهم بالتشارج اتاكت بعد ما اجمع الويذرينج هذا الشيء العجيب الدندرو. اوكي يمكن فهمت شو الحل،
Let the show begin.
بس اخلص من هدول.
Seems like an emergency.
Take this.
تعي انت كمان. كأنه سرعتي صارت بطيئة هون جوا. سرعة الواحد بتصير بطيئة جوا الويذرينج كأنه. اوكي طيب راح اجرب هلا. اعطيني هذا الشيء ولازم اروح اضرب هديك صح بالتشارجر تاك تبعي
Lightning flash.
هيك. هل هذا الشيء صح او لازم اطلع لفوق اضرب هي؟
I'll protect us.
بدي تشارج اتاك يعني هيك.
Protect you, we'll see you.
ما في عندي شي حدا عنده تشارج اتاك هلا؟ ما في ولا واحد منه عنده تشارج اتاك. لازم اخذ هاي واضرب هاي بالتشارج اتاك، صح؟ هيك يعني نضغط على اي. هيك. اوكي هلا فهمت. هلا فهمت شو يعني تشارج اتاك اصلا، ما كنت فهمان شو يعني. بعدني عنها. اوكي فهمت.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
تبا
Take this!
انت شو؟
Let the show begin. Leave it all to me.
A bitter pill to
هذا فطر غريب. وبصراحة قوي، عليه عظمتين وجمجمة، يعني قوي جدا. طيب أنا فهمت هلا، معناتها لازم نكسر أول شي الأفرع الغريبة هدول، وبعدين بنكسر المركز وبنكسره بالتشارج اتاك اللي هو بالماوس، يعني مو لي. تشارج اتاك هو ضغطة طويلة بالماوس، هذا هو المقصود بالتشارج اتاك. طيب تمام فهمنا
mind
شي.
the side effects.
يلا حبيبي شوية هيلث بويلك.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
خلاص ماشي الحال تمام.
Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area.
وانت بس عم تتفرج، مو انت لا تسوي شي.
Tainari, you make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we
طيب.
were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has
بالضبط.
also become more serious.
بالضبط هذا اللي بدي اقوله، انه في رابط بين الويذرينج هذا اللي عم بيصير، هذه الظاهرة الطبيعية الغريبة اللي عم بتصير، والمرض اللي عم بيصيب اهل سوميرو. واضح انه في رابط بيناتهم. شو هو الرابط ما بعرف، بس في رابط بيناتهم، وغالبا الفتوي هن اللي عم يسببوا هذا الويذرينج مشان يمرضوا شعب سوميرو او شيء ما. هاي نظريتي الأولية، راح نشوف اذا هذا الشيء صح ولا لا.
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's
ألف
said
سنة.
that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
لا ما بذكر اني سمعت.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface.
وات؟
Although it isn't like any tree we know in
شجرة؟
a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
شجرة؟
You've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
هاي الشجرة اللي شفناها تحت الأرض معناتها؟
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as
طبعاً.
for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
معناتها نحن رحنا على مكان مرتبط بالدندرو أركون. هل تعني أن الشجرة مريضة يعني؟
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's
Okay.
enough on this topic for the
تمام.
time being. Now
تمام
that we've
فهمنا.
taken care of things
هلا
here,
أعطاني
it's
القصة.
time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
هلا أعطاني القصة. بدهم ياني أعالج هاي الشجرة مشان مشان أنهي مرض الويذرينج هذا الغريب، مشان ننقذ كولي وننقذ أهل سوميرو وننقذهم من الفتوة أصلا وهيك. أوكي خلينا نطعمي التمثال نعطيه هاي الشغلة اللي جبناها. وأنا في عندي يمكن وحدة تانية، في عندي بس وحدة والله، بس على الأقل رح نقدر نطوره للرتبة الأعلى. وأنا يمكن هاي أول مرة بطور تمثال على على التسجيل. دائما أنا بطوره من تحت الهواء، هاي أول مرة بطوره هون. اوكي هاي شفتوني عم بطور تمثال. كويس. منيح انه شفتوني عم بطوره. طيب ف كويس القصة مبدئيا، القصة حلوة. ما بعرف اذا بقدر والله يمكن انا بفضلها على الشغلات التانية. انا لازمني شخصية هايدرو. ما بعرف اذا انا بفضلها على قصص الاماكن التانية، يعني نوعا ما لسه ما شدتني مثل ما شدتني مثلا قصة ليوا وقصة هذا. بس ما أشبه شيء، القصة حلوة بتشد. فأوكي اكتبوا لي بتحت التعليقات أفكاركم وملاحظاتكم، وبشوفكم في الحلقة القادمة إن شاء الله، ومع السلامة.